say no cap, but it's all cap. I'm too real. These red lights. I'm on the road to risk. I never fold a bit. I had to go again. I done got cream and risen. Free my dogs out. We finna count this chicken. We might just drown in dishes. I let the money. I got them. I love me. My diamonds well like a faucet. I bet that cousins. I only talk to bosses. When I get money, I'm flossing. I used to buy the dungeon. That's what I'm doing right now.
Hey guys! Keep on rocking in the free world. 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 Yeah, go ahead, go and do what you want.
Murray with the bounce pass. Double team on Ewing. Oubre kicks to Murray. Pass to Ewing. Here's Harrington. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Harrington's got the lead up to 8 now for the Knicks.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight, Kevin. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Al Harrington is out there with Ewing. Then there's Devin Booker. Then there's Oubre. And it's Murray in at the 1. That's the 5 for New York right now. Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
And starting to send guys to the line way more than they need to. Let's get some good position defense going here. That should be the emphasis and get away from the sloppy fouls.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Zingas, he's checked in for Harrington. And it's DeRozan in for Kelly Oubre. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Luke Walton was saying to the team. He said, this is where we make our move. This game's going to come down to big plays. Whichever team makes them is going to come out of here with the win. Kevin, you know what side he's on.
Thank you, David. Now here's Booker. Tim Hardaway missing his last shot.
Booker being assertive on offense when the defense isn't playing him tight enough. He's taking full advantage.
Thompson against Booker. Thompson passes to Randall. And Ewing with the block. And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here. .143 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And Thompson kicks to Hardaway. On the clock. This one for 3. And here is Murray. Outside DeRozan. Pass to Ewing to the paint. There's contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
Now, here's Thompson. 1:10 left in the fourth. Here's Randolph. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. And now, 24 points for Zach Randolph.
Now, such a versatile scorer, but he shows tremendous patience when he has the ball.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Knicks.
Two great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And it looks like they're going to spare themselves the embarrassment of being swept in the season series by winning this last one.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Jaylen Brown.
You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
Well, it's one thing to play good defense, but then to alter the shot and get the rebound, that's a good day's work.
Randolph kicks to Thompson. And the 3 off target. Now Murray. So it's New York picking up the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here.
All right, David, great job.
Walking in the sunshine. But that was only one time. Okay, it wasn't one time. You ain't showing up late. And you got a super time, super fly. Woke up in a good mood. Telly full of cartoons. Kitchen full of noodles. 'Cause all we got is noodles. And I'm in my pocket, nothing in my wallet. You don't want no problems, no. Waiting for the one train, surfing on the subway. I don't suffer no ways, no way. Take me somewhere where no one can break me. Somewhere where I can be
And so here's Memphis. They've given up just 8 points in the 4th quarter. Passes to Valanciunas. To take the lead, here's Gasol. Got it. Good job in the low post. Gasol's got the lead up to 1 now for Memphis.
And he was the right guy to get the ball to. Kyle Gasol, a steady hand as the game heats up.
Cohen is out there with Kyle Gasol. Then it's Brett Van Vliet. Then there's Lowry. And it's Valanciunas in at the center. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
It's hard to disagree with the timeout here as the team badly needs to regain focus. They're out of sync offensively, way too many turnovers, and looking frustrated. They need to get back to their pace, their brand of basketball.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Derrick Rose.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Coach Taylor Jenkins talked to his team during the break. He talked about X's and O's, but he also said, hey, guys, we got to trust each other, stick together, and leave it all out on the floor. See if they've got enough left to get over the top, Kevin.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo. And it's Lowry with the ball. Brings it up for the Grizzlies. It's 3-on-1. Pass to Gasol. That ball's nice speed that time from Kyle Lowry. 34 points for Kyle Gasol.
May have been a foul. Anyway, Gasol absorbs the hit, was strong enough to finish good.
Tatum against Thompson. Inside. Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo. Adebayo's got the lead back up to 1 now for the Kings. Lowry, this is to Gasol. Back to Lowry.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Now here's Thompson. On the wing, Hardaway. Over Lowry. Here's Ayton. Yes!
He is a great kid. I'd love to see this from Aiden, stepping up in the big moment, letting his talent take over.
All the way against Raleigh. Gasol on the high post. It counts.
That's big time. I mean, big time. Game on the line. Gasol showing the touch gene.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Timeout called by the Kings. They trail by 1. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Seconds left to play in the final quarter. Now, here's Thompson. To the inside. O'Neal. Yes!
And that bucket was absolutely huge. A defensive stop now may just seal the deal.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They're behind by 1. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
This is where great coaching can pay dividends.
These are the plays that people remember. I can't wait to see what he has devised.
Bounce pass from Lowry. It's stolen by Adebayo. And he commits the intentional foul.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
And we know, of course, Clay coming from a basketball family. In fact, his father back in 1978 was drafted #1 overall. Huge shots. Tremendous job stepping up in a big way for them at the stripe.
And here's Tatum for 3. And so it's Sacramento who's straight by with the win. This win sets a tremendous emotional boost for him.
Really an accomplishment.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Now for Greg Anthony.
Spin as you go, helicopter. Spin as you go, helicopter. Spin as you go, helicopter.
Living with all of these strangers, staring at faces that you can't make. Standing in front of a mirror, forcing a smile, but I can't fake. 'Cause I'm feeling lost, I'm feeling confused, I'm losing my mind, I'm losing my view, and I'm trying to find something new. But baby, I'm not holding my breath. I need something to believe in. I need something that can keep me holding on. And the ceiling. I need something that will keep me on the ground. It's kinda strange being human, yeah. It's living really just a pastime. And I'm crying victim when I'm all alone. Hoping someone calls, but then I don't pick up. Still love, I'm feeling confused. I'm losing my mind, I'm losing my...
Gallinari against Iverson. Vucevic with the block.
Boy, when Vucevic is in that area, he's capable of sending it back.
Free throw good. Iverson.
Well, you think the ownership style of the Mavericks, something the league had to adjust to. Very active, very outspoken. Sometimes I think that rubbed people the wrong way. But now you get the sense it's almost the new normal.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Shane Battier is checked in for Vucevic. Spencer Dinwiddie comes in for Kenyon Martin. And Trae Young subbed in for Gallinari. Allen Iverson out there with Evan Fournier. Then there's Whiteside. Then there's Mourning. And it's Van Horn in at the 3 slot. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Now, here's Fournier. 5 on the clock. And Dinwiddie over to help. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Already a lot of talk about who's going to take part in the three-point contest this season. And here's a look at the players most likely to make it.
And so many great shooters in the NBA these days. And these guys, quite frankly, the best of the best. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a scoring record broken in this year's competition.
Well, you look at Young, and it's him all alone atop the voting. It's pretty much a done deal that he'll be showing off his long-range skills in the three-point contest.
Yep, and he's going to be scary to have to go up against if he's on that day. Nobody can shoot it like he can when he gets in a groove.
And it's going to be an exciting showcase this year. Some incredible shooters, that's for certain. We'll keep you updated as we find out more.
Yeah, I think we're in for a real treat. I think the increased importance of the three-point shot in today's game has really shined a light on the talent, precision, and really the wow factor of how these guys can drill the long ball.
Well, to me, it's the size, the strength, and the IQ of Spencer Dinwiddie that's so impressive. This guy is unique at the point guard position.
And the Mavericks, we know, have been trendsetters, investing in development and in technology.
Kevin, they have always been on the cutting edge of data collection and then using that data to give them a competitive advantage. When you're in a business, it's always about what's next? How can I be better?
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
The free throw drops for Dinwiddie.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
And here is Iverson. Lets it go from 14. And he pops that one in. Iverson's got 33 points.
My goodness, what a move there to lose the defender. Got him on his heels, and then he made it look easy from there on in.
And the Mavericks call time here.
And they're committing an awful lot of fouls here, and not of the good variety. You don't want to give up easy layups, sure, but it's been a non-stop parade to the foul line.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Trae Young.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I heard Rick Carlisle during that last break talking with the team. He loves the aggressiveness on D. He said we're doing a great job of challenging everything they're trying to do. Stay active, talk to each other, don't let up. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
And normal physicality doesn't get it done with Williamson. To stop him from scoring, you really have to up the ante and get him before he hits that launching pad.
Now here's Iverson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Dinwiddie, and so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Molinari, he's checked in for the Mavericks. First one falls for him. If you were coaching, Doris, and you could run your offense through any center in the game, and let's take guys that are playing right now because we can go back in history and the names are endless. But who would you run your offense through at that position?
Probably a guy that the casual NBA fan is not as knowledgeable about as they should be, Kevin, and that's Nikola Jokic. And this is a young, early 20-year-old who may be the best passer out of the post position that we've seen in a generation. Jokic is a guy who can handle the ball from three-point territory. He can take it off the window and initiate your offense. They run him like a point center, and it's appropriate because he's unselfish and gifted as a passer.
Gifted, great word to use, you're right. Here's Young after the made shot from Allen Iverson. And Young kicks to Battier. Molinari on the wing. He's guarded by Fournier. First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 9. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Here's Iverson. 56 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And the Heat call time here. They're trailing by 10. There's 53 seconds left in the game. Mavericks making a switch here. Wiggins is checked in. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the Heat call time here. They're trailing by 10. There's 53 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Lee's checked in for Wiggins. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Fournier gets a wide open look. No good from outside.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Chandler, the pass to Young. Over Iverson. Shots good from Young. Young's got the lead up to 12 now for the Mavs.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes, Greg, when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time, Greg. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Now here's Williamson. The pass to Young. Just 5 to shoot. Over Iverson. And
just ask when, take up for the ones who came before us, cause we ain't them. I spit a him straight at your brim, nastiest phlegm, then I eat roll. I don't pretend when I get a pen or some M's. I'm talking plural, they don't know what to do with me. Every defender need a eulogy. Play in my heart in perpetuity to all the stars from my community that ain't never got to shine and glisten, but still can analyze my day. I learned that every single rhyme I'm spitting. I teach you how to eat that. This is give me a beat nail. If my feet swell, don't trip. That mean I'm walking on it. If I'm derailed, I should be held as the one with bars like a swallow cotton for your ears to remove the sludge. I persevered through all kinds of mud. I had no fears. I shed tears for years, and then I appeared on those out of touch with what a goat look like. And I'm the able. I float the good height above what they used to set the bar for masters who have mastered how to manufacture classic chapters. Man, the caps for those who hoped a lot and pastures dipped in castor oil. No more paper to Pastor Troy. And I said all that to furthermore explain that I've been on my way for a while now. I took steps. And I know you've waited a long time, but don't fret. We got next. We got next. We got next.
passes it to McCollum. Down low, Valanciunas. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. And that's now 10 points for Valanciunas. They've got Jonas Valanciunas and Van Vliet out there with C.J. McCollum. Then there's Lowry, and it's Hardaway in at the two-guard spot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Now here is Harris. 6 on the shot clock. A shot. No good. Great D that time from Hardaway. Shoots. Rebounded by the Spurs. Harris has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Billups. Count it. Phillips has got the lead up to 5 now for the Spurs.
Did you see the no-look pass by Harris right there? I mean, he's a wing that knows how to move the ball.
1:14 left in the fourth. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
With a strong motor and basketball IQ, Valanciunas remains unfazed by pressure situation.
And the Grizzlies with some changes. Pau Gasol is checked in for McCollum. Tatum comes in for Fred VanVleet. And Hamilton subbed in for Hardaway. San Antonio also making some changes. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Marvin Bagley. Julius Randle comes in for Christian Wood. And it's Luke Kennard in for Harris.
Big time. Laid back and moves, draws a lot of shots.
Hardaway's checked in for the Grizzlies. It's the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good. Bring both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
They get what they want out of that trip. Now a 2-possession game.
To the middle, here's Gasol. Yes!
And Gasol is someone you turn to in these situations. Need a big basket, he's ready to go.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
And another assist for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. That free throw good from Randle.
Now they're going for the jugular. A few more trips like that, and we might be able to see this one in the books.
Here's the pass to Hamilton. Money!
That's how you lead your teammate to your easy scoring chance. I love that.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. A new 14 for the Grizzlies. Got it! What a beautiful shot to put into within 3.
And he's a sensational offensive rebounder. Valanciunas, he just has the nose for where to be when shots go.
San Antonio calls timeout. They lead by 3. 20 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Chauncey Billups.
As the ringleader of their offense, he has been on his game tonight. Spreading the ball around, keeping everyone involved, making sure the offense never gets bogged down. He's just giving them just what they needed at that point guard position.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Greg Popovich talk to his team. He knows this has been a hard-fought game, and he wanted his guys to just sit down and catch their breath. He said, look, we're right in the game, guys. Let's make a little push here. Let's come out with some bite. Evan?
And Billups is a clutch performer, someone who isn't afraid of taking big shots. I just love how fearless he is.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. They're down by 5. 19 seconds left to play here in the fourth. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
Yeah, and quick. No room for error, no time to waste.
Hamilton dishes to Hardaway. He kicks it to Tatum. Here's Hamilton. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Robinson.
In my veins, but we never leave. So what that got to feel when you run the league? Deep time, hey, deep time, oh, deep time, hey, deep time, oh. They up in the game, they up in the
Now here's Westbrook. Here's Butler. Headshot off. Good D by Booker. So the Bulls 5 right now. Jimmy Butler is out there with Pippen. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Sabonis in at the center position.
Booker to the cup with confidence. Feels like he can beat anybody off the dribble right now.
Bulls trail by 6. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Patrick Ewing really making a difference here.
And he continues to burn them with his scoring. And the coaching staff's going to have to come up with a different approach defensively.
Now we get a chance to check out our Jordan player of the game.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. It must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Porzingis is checked in for Harrington. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Drew Holiday. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Jim Boylan talking with his team. He is upset about the perimeter play. He told the guys on the defensive end, stay connected to the shooters. On the offensive end, if you don't have an open shot, pass it around. And see if the ball starts to unstick, Kevin.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor. And these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. Now, here's Westbrook following the miss by DeRozan. Shot up 2 there. Now just a 2-point New York lead.
Well, Westbrook keeping his options open on that possession, doesn't force the shot, and finds a man breaking free.
New York calls timeout. And Murray's got the ball here for New York. And there's the pass to Porzingis. Back to Murray. Ewing, the pass to DeRozan. There's the triple. That shot is good. He's taken 15 and made 10 from the field tonight.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line.
Now Murray, after Westbrook's missed 3. Followed by Sabonis. Here's Porzingis, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, Porzingis in the early part of his career has had some phenomenal first halves of seasons. In the second half has faded. You really just want to see a complete year from Kristaps Porzingis where he can dominate.
Now here's Westbrook. And Ewing with the block. DeRozan against Pippen. DeRozan, that's good. DeRozan's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
When you want to talk about high volume scores, just look at what DeRozan's doing tonight. He's been on a mission, putting his mark on this game in a big way.
Here's Westbrook. Porzingis with the block. There's 57 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Booker. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Collins up top. Headed by Porzingis. Westbrook, no good.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Butler is just hard to guard inside. Really good at using his body.
Yeah, they know how I do it now. Yeah, they know. Yeah, they know. Yeah, they know. Yeah, they know. I'm doing me. Hey, that's how I like it. That's how I like it. Making a beat. Hey, got on my wallet. Got on my wallet. I had a break. Out of the silence. Out of the silence. I'm bouncing. And throw it off 'cause I'm out of it. And now I'm falling for it. So I can't wait too far. Can't wait too far. Can't wait too far. Yeah. No, no. Pockets running. Treat me like a star. Treat me like a star, yeah. Nearly lost my breath and myself all in water. The more you talk, the more I speak to myself. They say it's bad for my health, you can tell, but I'm almost there. Almost there, almost there.
Outside Conley. Some changes for Memphis. Valanciunas is checked in for Hardaway. Kyle Anderson comes in for McCollum. And it's Jason Tatum in for Fred VanVleet. And Conley gets it to go. The assist by Mourning. Conley's got the lead up to 2 now for Miami.
You know, when they're searching for a basket, they look to Mike Conley to deliver. He's never rattled in big moments.
Anderson is out there with Jonas Valanciunas. Then there's Richard Hamilton. Then there's Lowry. And it's Tatum in at the free throw. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
And really, after trailing the entire game, they've got to be feeling good about evening things up.
Definitely. But this is the time when you want the momentum. Late is when you want to impose your will.
And the Heat all time here.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Critical part of the game. You have to be flexible. You have to be able to adjust what you're doing.
Jackson, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address the team. This game is obviously close, could go either way, and he wanted to make sure that his guys were all on the same page and were all staying with the game plan in order to close this one out. Kevin?
Now here's Jackson. Alonzo Mourning unable to get his shot to go. Here's Hamilton. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Hamilton's got 6 here in this quarter.
And Jackson is a terrific passer at that forward position. Fantastic at setting the table for his guys.
And the Heat all time here. Hardaway's checked in for Memphis. And here are the Heat now. A 2-point game. Conley, the pass to Van Horn. There's the feed to Whiteside. That shot is off. Nice D from Valanciunas. Memphis has gone 2 or 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Lowry, good.
Well, if there was a big bucket made in this game, you knew it would come from Lowry.
Conley against Hardaway. Shot from 12. Shot is good, and the Memphis lead's cut down to 2 on the bucket from Conley.
Yeah, clutch basket, even with him being on the short end of the stick, size-wise.
At this time of the game, he does not care who's on him. If they need a big bucket, he's the one.
And stolen by Fournier. And it's blocked. And now the Grizzlies fast break. Lowry leading the charge. And it's Miami with the rebound. Outside Conley. Pass to Mourning. Over Lowry, just 5 on the clock. the Grizzlies gain possession.
How big is that? Or should I say, how big might that become? Just a brutal mistake.
The Grizzlies shooting it well here in the fourth quarter, 50%. Hamilton against Fournier from 18 feet away. And good. He nails it. Hamilton's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And this is really what Hamilton does so well. A premier mid-range scorer who just finds ways to create space for that shot.
Now, here's Morton. It drops. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
On the way against Morton. Outside Tatum. Down low and stolen by Whiteside.
This isn't a done deal yet, but they have got to move quick.
You know what? They're focused right now. Every possession has to yield points.
Love the recognition. Realizes that one is all him.
Sometimes that's the call. You want to be unselfish, but even more so, you want to be effective.
Timeout called the Grizzlies. The score is tied at 107. 24 seconds left to play in the final quarter. The column's checked in for Kyle Lowry. Fournier against Hamilton. 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 6 to shoot. Releases. And only drops after rolling around the rim.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
Timeout called the Heat. They're behind by 2. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, your thoughts?
And with a couple seconds still on the clock, I try to get the ball in as close to the basket as possible. That way, if you miss a quick one, gets the big time.
And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. Well, 4 quarters were... We're now over 3.5 minutes through this overtime period. Iverson up top, now recovering, and that one, good. And that's 20 points for Iverson.
And not just that, it's the energy and passion with which Iverson plays. It just feels like any shot he takes, he can make.
The Hamilton out there with Lowry, and it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Tatum, and it's Valanciunas in at the center. Conley against Hamilton to take the lead. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Clearly.
He knocks down the clutch free throw. The Grizzlies making a change here. Hardaway's checked in, and so making both free throws. That'll give them the lead here.
And really, the tension could not be higher right now. And he looked like he was shooting free throws at practice. What a cool customer.
Fournier against Hamilton. Now the dish to Valanciunas. Good work defensively by Whiteside.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
Hamilton left side. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Alonzo Mourning.
And Hamilton just constantly working his tail off. Excels shooting it from mid-range. Just always on the move, constantly working off screen.
And Memphis making a change here. Morris is checked in.
Cool under pressure. Terrific job nailing those 2 free throws there.
Now a timeout called by Miami. They're trailing by 1. 26 seconds left in the first overtime. Here's Iverson. It's good!
And that was so clutch. the slimmest of margins in need of a stop right here.
Timeout called. The Grizzlies. They trail by 1. We've got 22 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. Guys, what do you think?
This is where great coaching can pay dividends.
These are the plays that people remember. I can't wait to see what he has devised.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
You have to admire how calm he is under pressure at the free throw line in a key situation.
3-pointer. Count it! A tremendous three to tie it up.
That was just a cold-blooded play there from Valanciunas. Not fazed at all by the situation.
A 3 from Iverson. Oh, and a chance to win the game, but the last second shot is offline. And so we are tied again. And as we play on into another overtime, you know these teams must be wearing down. It's become a battle of attrition. Bledsoe against Hardaway. Pass to Morning. Fades and shoots. Here's another rebound. This kind of effort is amazing.
And he will not be denied.
Tatum driving.
And let's give some credit to Tatum. Doesn't crack when the pressure's on. He just seems to embrace the moment.
Bulls against Bledsoe. Here's Morning, and the rejection by Valanciunas. Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball. Good!
And Tatum's experience in these spots is starting to show. He's never been afraid to take the biggest shots.
Bounce pass from Bledsoe, and Morning throws it down.
These are the fundamentals we're always talking about. Excellent bounce pass.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They're trailing by 1. We've got 33 seconds left in the second overtime period. Good stuff is what you take.
They do have enough time here if they shoot quickly to get the 2 for 1. We'll see if they try.
Iverson's checked in for Miami. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Miami. They lead by 1. Hardaway with a wide open look. Off target from outside. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
And so they foul intentionally. He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game. Memphis with the ball.
And no secret here, guys. They've got to get a 3 if we're going to get yet another overtime. It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock. First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line. No good. Hamilton outside for the win. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. And so the big win by Miami in a tight game. The double overtime game can really take its toll on the players, and after this one, the officials, the fans, everyone's going to have to take a needed rest.
No doubt. I mean, when you have to dig that deep and play with that much determination to get a win, it was earned, and I tell you what, they've got to feel really
spin as you go, helicopter.
Living with all the strangers, staring at faces that you can't make.
Setting the floor for the Bucks. They've got Sabonis. Kemba Walker is out there with Green. Then there's Kevin Love. And it's Drummond in at the 5 spot. Now, here's Sabonis. Green inside the three-point line. No good that time.
And it's still a close game, despite the fact that they've struggled to compete on the boards.
Yeah, but down the stretch here, guys, they'll summon that extra effort to try and get it done, I think.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Outside, Walker. Pass to Love. Pocket 6. Fires the 3. You can't hit that time. Wall with some nice defense.
Even though they're on top, they're winning. They could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
Butler, he's checked in for Washington. Jackson, he's checked in for the Bucks. Gilgeous-Alexander comes in for Domantas Sabonis. Bucks leading by 10. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Walker. Pass to Drummond. Shot left block, and he can't bank that one in. Washington's got 8 shots off from three-point land and hit half of them. It's Beal on the wing, guarded by Jackson. Outside, Wall. They grabbed her on this.
Boy, fighting to keep that play alive. Beautiful tip in there.
Timeout called, the Bucks.
And starting to send guys to the line way more than they need to. Let's get some good position defense going here. That should be the emphasis, and get away from the sloppy fouls.
Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Andre Drummond.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets though.
If he could only contribute like this for them every night, you can't overstate how much better it makes this team when he has a game like this. And on the road, no less. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Olden.
Thanks, Kevin. Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team during the break. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
Thank you, David.
And Kevin Jamison is a high-scoring stretch four who continues to get better. The former Tar Heel gets it done from anywhere.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Kidd. Kidd is doubled. Over in the corner, Green. Rebound by the Wizards.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
That one goes in. Now just a 5-point Bucks lead.
And that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking to make an impact when it counts.
They want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots. But nice timing on these jumps. He's somewhat on the small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up.
Good against Wall. Divac trying to free himself up. Good! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
One of the things I like about Wall, Kevin, is he really takes on the defense, plays downhill. When he's driving inside, he is committed to scoring over the defense.
There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Bobbed up there for Drummond. It's stolen by Divac.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy 2 if the defense wasn't there.
Wall Wall against Kidd. On Wall, kicks to Jamison. And an intentional foul right there. So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6.
And Kidd, really just a nightly triple-double threat. Big point guard who can score, pass, and also rebounds the ball. No mistakes there. Good free throws to give them just a little bit more cushion.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. They're down by 7. There's 21 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
Maybe working on their 60-second drill, even if it doesn't pay off tonight, maybe for the future.
Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance buckets. They can make a big difference.
And they go to the intentional foul. It's the first. Here's Kidd. The pass to Love. Over Lowry. Gasol with the rebound. The Grizzlies trail by 7. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Pau Gasol. Then there's McCollum. Then there's Lowry. And it's Van Vliet in at the 2. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Now here's Kidd. Jonas Valanciunas unable to get his shot to go. Now here's Love. He's guarded closely. There's Sabonis. It's not going to go for him. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Pass to Valanciunas. It's McCollum on the wing. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Kidd passes to Sabonis. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. Some changes for Memphis. Tatum comes in for C.J. McCollum. And Hamilton subbed in for Fred VanVleet. Milwaukee also making some changes. Andre Drummond's checked in for Harrell. Green comes in for Sabonis. And Steven Jackson subbed in for Kevin Love. Now a timeout called by Memphis. They trail by 7. 41 seconds left in the fourth. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Jason Kidd.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. And here is Drummond following Kyle Lowry's 3.
Good shot clock. With the Pete Tarno defense, defenders better think twice before trying Valanciunas.
And staying with the play, Valanciunas. Now just a 2-point Bucks lead.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets are always the result of that extra effort. Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball, just milk those last seconds away.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Those are big. I mean, turns into a 2-possession game.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. They're behind by 4. There's 21 seconds left to play here in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
Trying to stay alive, they've got to work quickly.
Time is of the essence. Basket and a foul, that's got to be the game plan.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Taylor Jenkins just reviewed his plan with his team. He said we've got to pick it up right here, right now. If we're going to win this game, we have to take control. This is the time. Kevin.
And the second of 2 is good. That will put them up by 2. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
This isn't a done deal yet, but they have got to move quick.
Oh, you're right. Time is of the essence. You got to move.
To the paint, here's Gasol. Oh, missed it.
And the long arms of Gasol wreaking havoc on the D. They don't know what to do with him when he's going up with a shot like that.
And it's tied up with that one.
How fantastic was that? One mistake and the game's over, but he gets it done.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks the Kidd. It's tipped. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Feeling it out a bit. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
And Gasol is a guy who can do a multitude of things well. I mean, he scores it, rebounds it, passes it, just an all-around talent.
Green is checked in for Milwaukee. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Milwaukee. They've got Drummond. Draymond Green is out there with Jackson. Then there's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Kidd in at the point guard. Now here's Jackson. Floats one. That shot missing.
and every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
Yeah, Greg, it's more than just being in the right place at the right time. I mean, he's been active and aggressive.
Tatum kicks to Lowry. Gasol dishes to Lowry. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. He's got the lead up to 6 now for the Grizzlies.
Deceptive and skilled at that guard position. When Lowry's scoring like this, good luck trying to defend it.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're trailing by 6. 24 seconds left to play in the first overtime. And so it's Milwaukee with it. Kidd attacking. This now to Jackson. Outside for Kidd. Looking to end the run. Takes the 3. These defensive coaches in our meetings, Doris, talk about their players staying on a string, helping the helper. Help defenders in this league are important.
No doubt, and there are certain guys who are gifted defensively. Paul George, to me, was a Defensive Player of the Year category. Rudy Gobert, multi-time winner of the Defensive Player of the Year. Rudy is considered a great shot blocker, and no question that's the case. But it's because his defensive rotation is so good. Guys like Marcus Smart, the ones willing to give up their body, fly around the floor, be great anticipators. I mean, that impacts winning.
Aren't they fun to watch?
So fun.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Young is out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. Then there's Williamson, and it's Vucevic, and it's Gallinari in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Walker, following the basket by Trae Young. Lets a floater go. Young with the steal. And here's the fast break. Here's Dinwiddie. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Now here's Jackson. 16 points for him. The 18-footer is right on the mark. Jackson's got 12 now in this quarter.
Well, they're not behind because of this guy. He is putting on a tremendous run.
Here's Young. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Young's got the lead up to 7 now for the Mavs. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Kidd with it. Now defended by Williamson to the inside. Right. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for...
It never leaves. So what that got to feel when you run the league? Game time, hey, game time, whoa, game time, hey, game time, whoa. Head up in the game, head up in the game, head up in the game, head up in the game. Game time, hey, game time, whoa, game time, hey, game time, whoa. Head up in the game, head up in the game, head up in the game, head up in the game. Head up in the game, 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 yeah, head up in the game, head up in the game, head up in the game, head up in the game,
Round in my coupe, I ain't even got no roof. 4:30, I'll get proof. Any day I'ma have juice. Break down, pay me back from the. I need a paddock on the wrist like a. I ain't never really blended with the cool kids. One day they gon' love me, that's true. I need all them things. I ain't never got no praise. All them gaudy chains.
Towns kicks to Davis. And Jason Kidd picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Jackson, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Gilgeous-Alexander comes in for Sabonis. And then for Denver, Chris Middleton's checked in for Buddy Hield. And it's Richmond in for Davis. Now, here's Fox. The pass to Richmond. Back to Fox. Just 4 to shoot. Drills it from outside. Fox has got the lead up to 4 now for Denver.
And trying more and more to utilize the three-pointer. It's a good idea. That's his second 3 of the game, 1 in each half.
So out there for the Nuggets right now, they've got Karl Anthony Towns. Richmond is out there with Fox. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Adams in at the center, filling out the middle. Here's Towns. Jason Kidd making his last shot. Adams, the pass to Middleton. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Andre Drummond picks one up.
The versatility Middleton offers up is exceptional. A capable defender, a good scorer, an effective shooter. Those are the kind of switchblade players the coaches love.
Gilgeous-Alexander gets to Green. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Kidd. Outside Jackson. Elbow shot. The Bucks keep it going. A new 14-second clock. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Towns dishes to Richmond. Back to Towns. Taken away by Kidd. The drive by Green. Denver grabs the miss. Towns has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Middleton outside. Pass to Adams. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. Adams' shot is good. And the Nuggets lead by 5.
And it doesn't happen all that often, but Steven Adams stepping up big here.
Fox against Kidd. And he drops him away up off the glass.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. They're leading by 3. 1:36 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Baron Davis.
Hey, guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Oldham.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch what Mike Malone said to his team. If this game's still up for grabs, he told his team, hey, we're in position to take this one, guys. Let's stay focused and stay together, and we'll get it done. See how it plays out, Kevin. The long and versatile guard that possesses a very intriguing and exciting skill set. Gilgeous-Alexander, lots of room to grow.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. They're in front by 1. There's 1:17 left in the fourth quarter. There's 1:17 left here in the fourth quarter. Inside, and the dunk by Towns.
Well, the more Fox does that, the more he's going to be looked at like a leader.
Hit against Fox. Kidd passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. It falls! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Tremendous job at the line, as usual. You can always bank on him in those situations.
Now, here's Fox. Pass to Towns. You can't get it to go. Great D that time from Green. To take the lead. It's good.
Gilgeous-Alexander going to celebrate that one.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside, Fox. Down low. Here's Towns. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
And, boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
So Mike Budenholzer decides to take a timeout here. There's 21 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's covered by Richmond. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Richmond with the steal. Oh, he had a chance to win it right there, but couldn't get it to fall. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one.
That's why I be on my own. My mama thought I was a joke, but Miss Badu told me I'm, yeah, yeah. Miss Badu told me and I know it. You can't tell me nothing else. That's why every beat I'm on is water, and I might go Phelps. Come on, partner, get your breath up, but that don't equal well. But you can't help all your partners unless you done help yourself.
So I need more than kudos and a high five. Cause I went from sidelines to the limelight, and I shine bright. Ice cold bars, Klondike, and I never move with dope. This ain't blindside, oh. Finite, but you feel the spirit, whole flow, shine like so glow. Every lyric king cold.
Paul against Hardaway. Paul passes to Richardson. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Richardson's got it all tied up now for the Thunder.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, true, but we'll see if they can keep forging ahead. For now, you've got to give them credit for coming back.
On the court for Sacramento, Rose is out there with Hardaway. Then it's Bam Adebayo, and there's Klay Thompson, and it's Ayton in at the center position. Nice game, great performance by LaMarcus Aldridge.
There should only be one thing they're talking about in this timeout, trying to deny him the ball in the paint before he does any more damage.
Warren's checked in for Derrick Rose. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, I listened in on what Luke Walton said to his team. He told them, hey, guys, this is a close game, but if we execute right here, I like our chances. There's no need for hero ball. Trust one another. Make the simple play. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, David. 4 on the clock. Thompson for 3. Rebound by Wallace. Wallace is Richardson gets a wide open look. From the top of the key, he buries it. Richardson's got the lead up to 2 now for the Thunder. Ball against Hardaway. To the paint. Here's Adebayo. And he banks in the layup.
And Hardaway always looking to incorporate his teammates. You can see him keeping his eyes moving in order to make sure he's ready to deliver to the open man.
And it's sent back by Aldridge. Paul passes to Wallace. And again, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. To the inside, Ayton. And that one is off. Some solid defense from Aldridge. Here's Richardson. Here's Simmons. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Rising to the challenge. This is where young players like Simmons need to make their mark.
And that tacks another big point onto the league. Great end-one play showing us now. Look at that killer instinct.
Hardaway dishes to Ayton. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
You know, so much hype around Ayton. Has that rare combination of NBA-ready body, productivity, and upside. Guys, that was critical. I mean, that's what we're used to seeing out of him, though, at moments like this.
Paul against Hardaway. Paul is doubled. Pass to Wallace. The shot from the low post is good. Wallace has got 4 points now in the quarter.
I've seen Paul make about 1 million of those passes over his career. He's never been so.
To the middle. Here's Ayton. And the call on the shot. It sends him to the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Ayton hits them both.
And that would have been a killer if he missed one of those, but he was rock solid. That trims the lead now to a 1-possession win.
Down low.
And that's about maximum range for an alley-oop, guys. It's got to be.
That's just crazy. Absolutely nuts. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. They trail by 5. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Back to Warren. It's in! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
And that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work. Good! And who's ready to take the shot for him? Nobody. I mean, Paul's showing his leadership, coming up big.
Timeout called by the Kings. They're behind by 5. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Warren, the pass to Autobahn. To the inside. Ayton. Count it! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
He is a great kid. I love to see this from Ayton. Stepping up in the big moment, letting his talent take over. Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. 20 seconds left in the fourth.
No time to waste on this possession.
Yeah, they got to get into the play fast and execute. It's your only hope.
They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
Growing up in Australia, Vincent has played lots of Australian rules football. When you watch him play, that's the toughness you see. You got to just have a sense of calm at the line. He has it here, and he just put the game to bed. And in the moment of truth, Thompson putting the team on his back, trying to carry them across the finish line.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. They're ahead by 3. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
I mean, look, with all the hand injuries he's had over the years, I don't know how Paul's such a good free throw shooter. I mean, some of his fingers look like they got 4 knuckles.
From deep 3-point range, no good there. So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. Probably a little closer than they would have.
I'm on the edge and I might just dive in. Give you what you came for. Coming up, I'm coming up. Feel the rush, I feel the rush. If this ain't legendary, what you call it? I said if this ain't legendary, what you call
Booker looking around. Shoots over Brogdon. No good from Booker.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
They've got Smith. Brogdon out there with Russell Westbrook. And there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Pippen in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Here's Booker. The Bulls knocking down the 3. Oubre on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Murray finds Booker. Ewing trying to get open. And the shot is good. The Chicago lead has been cut to just 7 on the basket from Booker.
I mean, that's a nice find by Murray. He has the height to see the floor, and his awareness continues to grow.
Westbrook against Murray. Smith got a piece of it. Pass to Pippen. Over Ewing. It's hauled in by Ewing. Knicks trail by 7. Inside. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And that's about Coach Cook's defense. I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
And I love the play call. This is where you get the ball into the hands of your closers, where they can do something with it.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Sabonis, he's checked in for Brogdon. And Collins subbed in for Smith. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for New York. Now, here's Westbrook. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. The Knicks making a switch here. Porzingis is checked in. He's able to hit the second one, and that puts them up by 5. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 5. 1:09 left in the fourth quarter. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Russell Westbrook.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what David Fizdale said to the team. Yes, they're behind right now, but he's still upbeat. He said, guys, we can get back in this game. Stay together out there. All-out effort can win this game.
All right, David, thanks. Here's Ewing. Sabonis grabs the ball, and they are in the driver's seat.
Yes, they are. If they come away with points on this trip, Katie bar the door. Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
And that's an intentional foul. Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
Productive trip to the line extended their lead.
New York calls timeout. They're down by 7. 27 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Kicks to Ewing. With 3, Booker. Rebound by the Bulls. 16.